A pro-Tinubu support group within the All Progressives Congress, Renewed Hope Advocates of Nigeria, has warned the national chairman of the party, Professor Yilwada Nentawe, not to allow his personal hatred for Governor Muftwang of Plateau State to endanger President Bola Tinubu's 2027 re-election prospects. All Progressives Congress leaders in Plateau State at the weekend rejected any speculation or potential move by Governor Muftwang to join their party from the People's Democratic Party. Announcing the resolution during the stakeholders meeting, Yilwada, who contested the 2023 governorship election against Muftwang, called on a former Deputy National Secretary of the APC, Festus Wanta, to move a motion on the issue. However, Muftwang, a prominent PDP figure, has repeatedly dismissed defection speculations, reaffirming his loyalty to the party until the next general elections. Joining us on the show to discuss the politicking in Plateau State is Majeed Dahiru, a political analyst. Good morning, Mr. Dahiru, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Ayo. Thanks for having me.
And good to see you, the great Majeed Dahiru. The great Majeed Dahiru.
Hey, Egbo Rufi.
Maga, bless you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Bless you, sir.
It's good to be here with you today.
Good to be here. All right.
So earlier this week, I believe it was the Senate President who had said that, or an APC chieftain who had said that we should expect defections this week, that a prominent person will be defecting to the APC. And of course, as you would imagine, a number of speculation around who could this principal actor be. But now we hear that while others are trying to attract people to the APC, because of some political differences in Plateau State, the chairman of the APC is not encouraging or providing an enabling environment to welcome the governor of the state into the party. What's really going on in Plateau State? And is there any possibility, despite the fact that the governor himself, as I said earlier on, has said that he's sticking with the PDP, but others have said this too and have changed their minds in the process? What's really going on?
Is it not ironic, really, that ordinarily the general overseer of a congregation is supposed to be much more interested in growing the number of his flock in order to grow church revenue. But in the case of the National Party chairman of the APC, he seems to be doing the opposite. Ordinarily, one would expect that his primary interest should be enlarging his party's dominance in the polity and also ensuring that no stone is left unturned to return his principal, the president of the country, President Bola Tinubu, in the next election. But apparently, some of the local issues arising from the last election in the state between himself and the incumbent governor appears to be minimizing his scope of vision from looking at the larger picture in the interest of his party and the president. I say this because President Tinubu is a very unpopular president, arising from his underperformance in 2 years. Because
Mr. Dahiru, I beg to... Mr. Dahiru, let me challenge that statement, because just this morning, we're talking about the APC Stakeholders Forum, who think that he's a very popular president because of his reforms. So are you saying, because when you say that, what is the empirical fact?
What do you expect the APC to say? I'm speaking as a Nigerian whose life is not better today than President Tinubu met it, is even worse off. So what I'm saying in essence, the president will require all form of structural support to scale to the next election. He will need alliances, he will need governors as much as possible who can make people vote for the president because of their influence. And I expect that the chairman of the party should know this. Even the president himself has admitted severally that in taking certain policy decisions, he wasn't thinking of the next election. He was simply thinking of Nigeria. So he knows the risk associated with some of his policies, which might make him unpopular. So even the president does not live under the illusion that he's a very popular person. So I'm saying that given that situation, the president will need all forms of structural support. And if it is true indeed that the governor of Plateau wants to come into the fold of the APC, I would expect the party chairman to open his arms and welcome into the fold for the interest of his party and for the interest of his president.
Okay. All right. An interesting part of your analysis was centered around those alliances and allegiances that need to come together. The trend we're seeing in Plateau State is not unique to that state. We saw rumors, again, all this is in the realm of speculation, similar rumors in Enugu State when they said that there was some sort of resistance from the minister, Uchennaji, now former minister Uchennaji, resisting the emergence of, rather the movement of the governor Peter Mba to the APC. Similar conversation from Delta State as well with the leadership of the APC there. It seems the conversation there was around rivalry, again, competition for power between the existing APC members and those who came into the party from the PDP. I'm curious, as a political analyst, how do you think this is going to play out? Because, for now, the APC celebrates the fact that they are possibly the most stable political party. But given all of these lingering rivalries that are brewing within and sort of a congregation of strange bedfellows being lured because of 2027, do you think the party can withstand all of this? Is it a big enough net to accommodate everybody?
Ordinarily, one would expect that the president, who himself is a veteran politician and a seasoned one at that, I mean, I can give that to him. He's paid his dues. He's left a mark in terms of organizational politics within the establishment fold in Nigeria, would step in to stem this unfortunate tendencies within his party. I said this because, yes, you rightly pointed out, we had wranglings in Enugu, which eventually somehow led to the minister being the foreman for the governor that was coming in. But there is an example that others can follow. Bayelsa State, for instance, the governor of Bayelsa State, Mr. Dahiru, has resigned from the PDP. And as we speak, the leader of the APC in Bayelsa State is Senator Heneken Lokpobiri, the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Oil. And as the leader of the party, he doesn't feel threatened that the governor is coming in. So what has he done? He has openly called on the governor to say, don't go to another party, don't go to the Labour Party, don't go to the ADC, come to the APC. Come and join hands with us to strengthen our party and help for the re-election of Mr. President, who is my principal. So I expect this kind of pragmatic approach, and if you like, common sense approach, by other actors in states where opposition party governors are coming to their fold. You see, within the establishment politics, let me put it this way, especially for candidates that are not very popular among the masses, you need governors, the influence of governors, to try to galvanize votes and support for you. So in a situation where you're now trying to reject governors from coming in, that kind of arrogance might not actually play out well in the interest of both your party and your president. And this is coming from the party chairman, who should be the most eager, not only to sweep the entire Plateau, including the governor, into the APC, but if it's possible that the whole country goes into one party state, it is to his glory, even though it's to the disadvantage of the Nigerian state. I'm only playing the devil's advocate here, really.
Okay. So, two big elephants are fighting in Plateau State. Yewata at some point was eyeing the position of governor. He's probably also still going to eye the position of governor because his job as APC chairman is temporary. Muftwang has that position. So this squabble is not about the party, it's about ambition on who will be the governor. Because in a scenario where Muftwang comes in to the APC, and I hear they are promising anybody that becomes automatic tickets, Yewata's possibility is knocked out. Exactly that's the scenario playing. So it's about interest, and it's even beyond President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also looking for his own interests. Face your own problem first.
Exactly.
How are these gladiators going to settle? Yewata, we know he's at distance. He wanted to be governor. He's done a lot. He's highly popular in that region. In fact, what acted against him in that election cycle was just because there were a lot of not goodwill and bad faith against the former government of Bakola Long. If not for that, Yewata would have triumphed, and you had a PDP stroke Labour wave that really happened around that area. So when you look at all of this, how do you think they will settle? Will you think Yewata will step down his own governorship future ambition for President Tinubu's seemingly everybody comes to the APC alignment and let Muftwang take it?
Okay, for me, the chairman's ambition to be governor can be accommodated within the president's own interest and ambition as well. I said this because, number one, the chairman is a very young man, relatively speaking. He's a young man. He still has time. So what I think he needs to do is to allow Plateau to enjoy this dual advantage of having a governor statutorily, but the other advantage of having a party chairman. For me, all he needs to do is to broker an agreement that the president himself can actually come in to say, look, Mr. Muftwang, once you are done with your second term, we are going to work towards the election of the party chairman to emerge as the next governor.
But what if
the president brokers such a truth,
what if APC is no longer relevant after that agreement? You see, politicians like what we call as it is hot. As it's hot, they should eat it. Because you might say, when Muftwang finish, what if APC is no longer relevant in that state and does not have that kind of power when Muftwang finishes? That's a possibility on ground.
And that is why it is important for Governor Muftwang to come into the party to strengthen the APC and make it relevant for a longer time to come.
Okay.
It's sometimes politicians are a bit short-sighted.
Okay.
So, look, it's something they can actually sort out, really.
All right. Okay, thank you. So I like that you've come in today as a man of peace. Let there be peace in Plateau. Let peace reign. Thank you so much for your time with us this morning.